Yeah, so PPT is visible with the screen.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir. But it's not. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So thank you.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
yeah. So the topic for today is ICT tools and resources for teaching. So while we understand and what is the reason for having such kind of topics during the faculty development programs or faculty refresher programs, with one of the prestigious academic like IoT Academy, why they are insisting more on this, and we have a directly link with the theme of the refresher program, that is quality teaching and learning in higher educational institutes. So the simple answer is quality replies on and quality relies on you know the quality relies on the things that we are delivering to our target audience, because our target audience are having some expectations from the content that we deliver to them, right? So they have some expectations in terms of the quality and quantity that you will bring among them, with some innovative and new concept. Today is a scenario where the bookish knowledge, that is not going to work, because the things are in a fingertips, where every content, every comment, every resources are available online somehow or other. Somehow we are also unable to identify those resources even if we are not gone through such kind of training programs. So sometimes we also miss the things where others are showing their efficiency, right? So today is a time where everyone has to adopt ICT tools and resources as a part of their teaching learning process, right? Because without this particular tools, it is impossible to survive in this educational aspects, right? Even ICT tools are going to very important in terms of the research and development that has been going on at the various institutional levels. Because if we have to go through the research and development, so we have to adopt certain ICT tools and resources to have the quality of the content and the quality of the writing pattern that we are looking for in each of the papers. So this is going to be very important, and that's why the presentation for the today's topic is ICT tools and resources for teaching, that has been allotted to me. So let's begin with the presentation. So first of all, we need to understand the higher educational goals for which we are talking about, quality education and learning process. Because every organization, every institute, every university has their own goals for which they are working and they are delivering to the society. So the first we will talk about the primary goals of the university. So the first primary goal for every university is to have the employability. When I'm saying employability, in a sense that we should develop our students, we should guide our students in such a way that they should develop their competency. They are in a position to get the more employment from the market. you know they should not feel, they should not face any sort of problem as and when they are sitting for the placements. And when I'm saying that they should have this employability, so employability is directly relying on the awareness and the student skills and talents, which is directly associated with the recent trends and techniques which is going on into the market, right? That is nothing but the awareness towards, and already gone through the experience of usage of various ICT tools and techniques which are available for them as a part of teaching learning process. So employability plays the biggest role in this particular process. Then after, increasing earning potential. So not only getting the placement is going to suffice the purpose, but the sustainability is also going to matter as far as the higher educational goals are concerned. So we also have to build the attitude among our students that they should have the increasing earning potential as and when they are going to be hired at any place. And this is going to come out with the attitude and skill development that we are looking for in our students, by developing their attitudes in terms of positive aspect of adaptation of various ICT tools and techniques as and when any innovation or any changes that has been taken place into the market, right? So these have some earning potentiality in the market. Then after, you can say the advanced knowledge, which is a need of an hour. Nobody can deny on this particular aspect that in whichever field you are, right, in whichever domain you are, you should have some advanced features, some advanced knowledge in terms of the area in which you are rely upon, right? Only the theory and bookish knowledge is not going to work, but you should also aware about the facts and figures of the concept or content that you are looking for, right? And that is understood with the advanced knowledge that you all should possess as a part of higher educational institute goals in terms of teaching and learning process. So definitely the advanced knowledge is going to be one of the important part for all of us. Then wisdom. So wisdom means it is an overall 360-degree aspect that we should create, the overall wellness, happiness, with the target audience by providing the right approach towards the goals of the teaching learning process with the use of ICT tools, right? So this is one of the part like a wisdom. And research and experimentations, as I already told you, this is a time, this is an era where no one can deny, no one can avoid such kind of activities like research and development. It is much needed in today's generation and today's market, because without research, even students cannot sustain in teaching learning process, and even the faculties also cannot sustain in the teaching learning process, because research and experimentation provides, you know the core aspects of the topic that you are discussing in the classroom, and that creates a synergy in the classroom by providing facts and figures about the topic that we are delivering to our students, right? So it creates an attractions among the students rather than discussing only the theory and importance of this particular topic. So nowadays students are not at all interested in this kind of bookish knowledge and monotonous education, but they need more spontaneous, more advanced things which is required into the market in terms of enhancement of their knowledge, right? So research and experimentation is another aspect that we have to see. Then after discussing primary goals, so if I have to discuss the secondary goals of higher educations, so the secondary goal, the first is spiritual growth. So spiritual growth means positive attitude built up, think about positivity, think about, avoid the negativity in the attitudes, avoid the negativity around us, right? And we should adopt the things as and when it is going to come out, irrespective of whether other peoples are accepting or not. But if we feel that it is going to be useful as a part of innovation and technological process in our work, then it is our responsibility to adopt well in advance, right? Because in marketing, there is one term which is called first mover advantage, right? If you wait for someone that it is going to work out for them and then I will adopt, I'm sorry to say you will be late. But rather, if you feel that it is going to be good, so you don't have to wait for others' call, but you have to take your own call. That is called spiritual growth, right? So positive attitude will give this kind of calls in the in the minds. Before that, it is not going to come out, right? So spiritual growth is one of the aspects. Mental growth. So mental growth means analytical power. Just like I told you that any innovation that has been taken place into the market in some technological transfer, so your mind should be able to calculate the positivity and negativity aspects of the things that you are going to adopt. Right. So there are many techniques are available based on the ICT tools. Many softwares are available for the on the ICT tools for the project management techniques, projects evaluation techniques. So that also we have to refer and we have to take the situation. So again, our mind should work based on the things which is required, right? Engaging in a quest, right? So question answers, you should ask to yourself, you should talk to yourself what is right, what is wrong in terms of adopting the right ICT tools and techniques for our education. Facilitating better lifestyle, that is obviously if you follow all this aspect and if you are succeeding in your life, so definitely it is going to be there. So and developing scientific outlook. So whatever you think, you should always think based on the realistic facts and figures. You should not talk out of the box, but whatever you talk, it should have some evidence to back up, right? And that should be come out with the research and experiment, and research and experiment should be come out with the efficient and appropriate use of ICT tools and techniques in higher education. So that's why the importance of ICT tools are going to be immense. So the new dimensions of higher education, as we have already discussed. So any university or institutes are looking for the good quality educations from the faculty for the students. That is very important. From the faculty for the students. And that's why there are a few aspects which is going to be very important for all of us, like branding, openness, and academic quality. So every organization, every university is focusing on their own branding in terms of the quality of education that they are providing to their target audience. They should be open to share, right? Whatever they feel, whatever technological transformation that has been taken place into the market. So it is the first responsibility of the university staff that you should aware the university of, regarding this particular innovation, right? And then you will have the brainstorming whether to adopt or not, and then finally you have to decide, right? But again, in this process, the expert should sit and decide whether it is going to accept or not. But because ultimately, if somebody else will adopt and you, if you are late, then you will not get the benefit as per your expectations, right? So, and when you are a branded product, right, so you should not do this kind of mistakes, that if some innovation which is coming out into the market with the use of ICT tools as a part of teaching learning, and if you are not adopting such tools in your day-to-day applications of the teaching learning lectures, so you are out of the market, right? Think about the scenario of the COVID-19. So before COVID-19, nobody has think about to have the virtual classrooms, right? So at this point of time, if you being an academician, if you avoid such kind of transformation, so I'm sorry to say that you are not able to fulfill your job duties, right, which was required from your institute or university. So at that time, it was a need of an hour to adopt this, and everybody has adopted very easily, right, irrespective of the age group they are belonging, right? So these situations tells us that whenever the person do not have any option, they can definitely adopt all the changes. It is just because of the attitude and perception that we are carrying with ourselves. If our mind is not ready to adopt, even though it is capable to adopt, we cannot adopt it because our mind is denying it, right? So first of all, we have to give the positive signals to our mind, then only the things is going to be, good for all of us, right? And that's why it has been said that your mind should always allow good positive moves, positive changes from the market, so that you can change your perceptions also, right? And with that consideration, the various tools are available for students and faculties to go on to the enrollment of the different process in whichever domain you are, whether you are in social science, whether you are in physical science, whether you are in medical science, right? For all the sciences, there are various MOOC courses which have been run by the Ministry of Human Resource Department and Ministry of Education through this Swayam also, right? And Ministry of Human Resource Department are also having their HRDC, now it is called MMTDC, where various kinds of training programs have been arranged, right? So you can enroll yourself for the online and you can gain the knowledge of multiple resources with the certification, right? With the examinations and all these aspects. So definitely you can enhance your knowledge by sitting at home, and there is no boundaries for the person who wants to learn, who wants to, grab the opportunity to adopt the changes and make them competitive into the market. And this is much required for all of us in today's scenario. If you are not competitive, if you are not ready to adopt the changes, I'm sorry to say, but you are out of the market, and you cannot afford to do this at any point of time, because market is very fast. If you run with the time will not wait for us. So that is what we have to see. Then three dimensions of ICT tools that everyone has to see to it. The first one is the creativity, very important part, right? Everybody is monotonous, they are doing their monotonous job on day-to-day basis. They are not having any thinking ability, or neither they are spending a time to think about anything, how they can make their sessions worthful, what sort of tools that you can use it as a part of online resources, how student can be engaged, in participating of using various ICT tools based on the domain in which we are taking the sessions, right? So this will come out with the creative thinking and creative work that we will deliver to our students, right, with the use of ICT tools, right? So ICT tools has various resources available, right? You don't have to be worried for anything, right? You can already get the degrees online also. So this is quite possible in today's scenario, right? So those universities and institutes are NAC accredited A plus or double plus. So UGC has made a mandate to provide UG and PG degrees online also, and it has already started in India also, right? So this is part of creativity, where everywhere you are developing modules of various programs online. Students are enrolled whether to sit in their offices or house, and they are looking for their videos. and they are appearing for the exams and they are getting degrees also, right? So it is on the fingertips, right? But if you don't know how to operate this, how to design your sessions, how to upload your sessions, so sometimes you are failed to communicate to the market what you are, right? Even you are knowledgeable in certain area, but if you are not using ICT tools as per the manner which is required, I'm sorry to say, but you are not coming out as a good resources for the market, because market is untouchable for you. So it is your responsibility to touch the market with the proper use of ICT tools in educational process, teaching learning process. And for that, you require the creativity, right? You should be open to all. Then it is competitiveness. So we have to develop the competitiveness by achieving the core potentiality that we have it. And we also have to adopt good uh, good parameter, good teaching learning pedagogy that has been used by the other university, other institute with the use of ICT tools, right? Everywhere now, the teaching learning pedagogy is directly attached with the information and communication technology, right? I think very rare institute or universities nowadays in India left out who are not using ICT tools as a part of their day-to-day activities, right? Everyone has switched over towards it somehow or little, but yes, they have been, right? So it has immense result. It reduces the efforts. It provides the qualitative of the work and many such benefits which are directly or indirectly associated with our work. So that brings the competitiveness among the employees, among the faculties, and among the students as well, right? Even if one student is enrolling for MOOC course, so it will also motivate other students to go for it, right? Because they have the competition among them, because they also have to build their profile, their career for sitting into the placements, right? And this point of time, it is going to be useful those who are already enrolled for the online degrees, courses, certifications. So this is going to be useful with the use of ICT tools. Then collaboration. So many a times university or institute should also think about the collaborations with other university and institute, right? They also have to think about to have a collaborations with various ICT tools and resources providing agencies, right? Let's suppose if I'll talk an example, uh, we have been forced to publish our paper in quality journals. So when I'm talking about quality journals, so quality journals always demand the quality of the content, and quality of the content will not be developed overnight, right? And even if you developed overnight, but it is not going to accept overnight, right? Because those who are going with the quality research publications, so they might knowing that it might take 1 or 1.5 year also, right? It depends upon the journal. So this is a very long journey, very long story. So it should be a collaborative efforts, right? Where everybody has to work hard and everybody has to adopt the changes as per the market in terms of usage of ICT tools. And if we take care about all these three aspects in terms of creativity, competitiveness, and collaborations with other agencies, जैसे मैंने बोला कि if you can merge with the various quality journal providing platforms like Springer, Taylor and Francis, right, JSTOR, Ender Sciences, Schemago, right? So these are the various platforms where you can get the quality of the journals which are not available free of cost in the open access, right? So if you go for it, you don't have to pay for per paper, but if your institute is having access, you can have the access of this paper free of cost. This is also quite possible. So with this three things, what is coming out? So that is nothing but the harmony in the society. Means it should not be one-sided process that your institute is demanding but institute is not supporting in anywhere, right? So it is the responsibility of the institute if they are demanding something qualitative aspect from their faculty and students. So it is their responsibility to provide this kind of quality and facility to their manpower, right? And this could be possible with the use of ICT tools and techniques. Now, what are the types of ICT tools which is available? So YouTube. So YouTube is a good resources. If you don't know anything, if you don't know how to operate any any softwares or something, so you go to the YouTube and just type the software name. So you will have multiple resources how to operate this particular thing. So YouTube is a video, audio visual, sources where you will get all the information. Wikipedia is a quality of the content in terms of written things. So various articles, various author has already published their history, current trends and all these aspects. So everything you will get in terms of written in searching for. These are the various applications of Google in terms of Gmail. So Gmail we are using for official communications at our corporate offices or universities and institutes. Calendar is for reminding us. Drive is very good option for all of us, right? We are getting a free space of 15 GBs of the data to store on one email ID. So Google Drive is also going to play a significant role, right? Sites, groups. So groups means we have to have multiple email IDs of the people where we can merge together if this email is going to applicable all of them at one point of time. So rather than typing 100 people email ID to draft the email, we should only type one email and it will reach to the 100 people, right? So this is also be facilitated with the creation of Google email groups, right? So this is also their context. Even you can save your contacts on Google's also. If you feel that your mobile phone is going to be lost, if you want to take a backup of your contacts which are important for you, so then you can create a backups with the Google's also. So this kind of facilities are available with the use of ICT tools. So ICT tools are very broad area, right? So I'm starting with the general aspect that might be you are knowing many of things, might be you are not knowing few things. So just going through it. So Google Docs. So Google Docs is also providing a writing facility, on behalf of Microsoft Word. So if you feel that Microsoft Word is going to be lost, if my computer will get disturbed or it will be hit by the antivirus or something, so you can always save your documentation on Google Docs. So Google Docs is a software which have the typing capability in terms of either through the hand, or even you can speak it up and Google Doc will type on behalf of you. Right. So this kind of facility is also available with the Google Docs. So Google Docs is important on behalf of the Microsoft Word. You can save all of your works at Google Docs. Blogs. So if you are searching for recent information, if you are searching for people's opinion on certain topics, right? So you can always refer to have the multiple blogs which have been written by multiple authors on various topics. So blogs is also one of the important sources. Google Maps, we already know that, so I will not discuss much on it. Slide shares. So if you are looking for any smart presentation or if you are looking for some good content on the topic which you have to deliver at some place. So if you want to refer any other resource person's, presentation. So SlideShare again is a good option for all of us to get the information to the point which we required as per the, content delivery. So important sources of information. Wikispaces is one of the option. Skype, Dropbox, Facebook is a social media. Twitter, again, it's a social media. Digo, SlideShare, we have already discussed. Mozilla Firefox is a search engine, which we can use it for multiple searches of the information that we are looking for, right? So Mozilla Firefox is one of the important source. Then after Google Chrome, right? Hardly any person who is not knowing this. So Google Chrome is one of the search engine as a part of ICT tools. Now we have to understand what is the role of ICT tools out of this entire discussion, right? Why we are discussing the role of ICT tools in teaching learning process in quality teaching in higher education. So it's a ray of hope in this pandemic. So when the pandemic was going on, where the physical classroom was not possible, so students, it was a challenge for the government of India also how to continue with the schools and colleges and to have seamless and tireless education throughout the pandemic. So government was in the biggest panic. So they have adopted some technology, right? Immediate basis from the third generation countries, right? Before pandemics, I was not aware, before December 19, 2019, that Google Meet is there, Zoom is there to take the classes online. I was not aware at all. It was not in my mobile also. And many of us, we do not have it, right? But pandemic has made a force that you don't have any other option. Even if you want to get a salary from your university, you have to work online, right? So there is no option for all of us, right? So nobody will deny that I will not work online, because in pandemics we have faced a very cash crunches, earning crunches also. Sometimes many people have lost their jobs also. Many people have not received their salary also because of the entire lockdown. So that's where education system somehow has been saved with the use of ICT tools. And believe me, it has worked out like anything. Now we cannot assume our education system in India without the use of ICT tools and techniques, right? So it has changed entire scenario, you know. So previously we were just talking about, like, if even if you want to arrange any programs like faculty development programs, conferences, or even a daily classroom lectures, so it was just going like a monotonous that it has been arranged in the auditoriums of universities or colleges. Nobody has even thought about that this international conference, faculty refresher programs, development programs, it's going to be possible by sitting at home after your working hours. Also, you can do it. So, sky has a limit. There is no boundary. If you want to work, if you have a positive attitude towards of work, if you want to develop your profile, sky is a limit, and nobody is going to stop you at any point of time. Right. So, the ICT tool was a ray of hope in this pandemics. Right. How? So it has become an integral part of the teaching program because the lectures was continuously going online. Even I know my child was in first standard or second standard. He was also sitting at the mobile phone, right, for 3 to 4 hours. That made force us to sit at the mobile phones. And the gradually students have developed the capability to sit more towards the mobile phones. Right. So it has a positive aspects also, negative aspect also. But anyways, in terms of learning, it is always a positive, but we as a parents we can control somehow. But yes, for adult, it is definitely is going to be useful because we have to enhance our skills, knowledge, and that has been possible with the use of ICT tools. For every reading, you should not go to the market and to buy the reference book for 700 or 800 rupees. This is not going to be a viable solution for as a reader and as a faculty. But ICT tool made us a very significant changes in this today's era, right? So if you want to read anything, if you want information, anything, it is on the fingertips, right? Even if you don't know Google, right? If you don't want to search on Google also, you can just use the artificial intelligence also, right? Chat GPT and all this. So it has bring a significant changes in the mindset of people, usage of people, the speed of work that people are adopting. So it has bring a lot of positive changes in our life as a part of teaching learning process in higher education institutes. So countries over the globes are using ICT tools, for the reason of facilitating information dissemination and communications in all aspects where it is required. Right? Either it could be through WhatsApp, either it could be through email, either it could be through connecting audio visual calls through the various platforms. So this is quite possible with the use of ICT tools and techniques. So what are the benefits of having effective utilization of such kind of ICT tools as a part of teaching learning process in higher education institute? That brings the quality of educations in the society. So how it is? So first is it motivates the students. Why it motivates the students? So the biggest benefit that students have noticed during this pandemic time when they were using online classes, so they feel that it's very comfortable. We can save our energy, we can save our time, we can save our efforts, we can save our cost also. So all these four benefits are the major portion which attracts students and even to the parents also, right? So if students will reach at certain maturity age, so parents will also like to have the classes and training programs online also. So that's why students, not only students but parents was also feeling some comfortableness. I still remember that when the COVID was unlocked, right? Not all completely, but when the offline classes has been officially started regular basis. So I have personally noticed that even my wife was facing a problem, after having 2 years of online study, that now we have to send it again to offline because it takes times to get settled with the situation. Even my son was facing some issue, my wife was facing some issue, even I was facing some issue because I'm also professor. So previously I was sitting at home and I was teaching to my students and I don't have to go to my office or university or places. So it saves my communication time, right? It saves my costing, right? And it saves many other things, that I can have my quality times with my family after my sessions. So all such things was possible. Even if I need to take attendance, so Google Meets and all this have their extension versions which take the attendance of the participants also, and with the with the seconds and minutes which is not available in terms of the physical classrooms. So it makes our work so easy, accurate, and to the point, where we don't have to make any efforts. We just know where to click and how to utilize. So that's the use of ICT tools, right? So it makes session more attentive and attractive. So no disturbance. If you are genuinely interested for the things or content that you are looking for, you just sit at home, listen carefully, and analyze the situations carefully. So this makes your session very attentive and attractive for the coming time period. Then re-energize teachers' motivation, very important, right? It re-energize. Why? Because teachers always have a challenge that you always needs to ensure that your student should not know more than you. And for that, you always have to make your knowledge to the point. You should not avoid your learning. You should not avoid your reading, because before going to the session, you must understand that student is sitting on Google Chrome. So if you do any wrong information, students will directly try to catch you through the Google Chrome, that this is a fact, and they will share the link on the chat box also, where everybody can see it and is it visible to everyone. At that time, you will feel very ashamed, right? That what I was telling is not right because I was not updated. So the updation of knowledge with the use of ICT tools and techniques is very much important. भले ही बुक 2000 साल की पब्लिकेशन हो, बट आपका नॉलेज 2023 या 2024 का ही होना चाहिए. That is what the requirement of ICT tools. भूल जाओ कि आपका public where the publication is in which year it was, but your knowledge should be up to date and it should be in terms of recent trends and parameters. That makes sense with the use of ICT tools. So learns new skills and techniques. So students can learn new skills by how to learn. Even in pandemics, many students have learned, by self also. Those who are in nursery and playgrounds or first, second standard. So they also have learned how to sit at home and how to learn, right? Before that it was very difficult, where parents has to shout on their child and they were not listening, right? So, and even for the adult students, so for adult students, parents are always worried that where he is going, is it studying or not, why he is not studying. But ICT tool made them force that you have to sit at home, attend the classes, and you have no options, right? You are under our surveillance in terms of parents, right? So they have to compulsory attend the classes, have to complete their assignments, and need to submit on time, right? So this is possible because of the adoption of ICT tools and techniques during the pandemic time period. Then it helps students to understand the concept clearly, right? So whatever concept that you are learning, whatever things that you are learning, right? So it should be provided based on facts and figures. Within a fingertips, within a fraction of time, you can find out the right answer for the questions that has been raised during the session. So you are very up to date. This, the throwing of information, passing of information with each other is very fast in use of ICT tools in comparison to the physical classroom, right? So this is how it is. So this integrations between the teachers and students, right, is a part of need of the day. And that's why the use of ICT tools can make two ways. First, the rich presentations of information, right? So your presentation should be very rich in terms of the content, facts, figures, data that you are delivering to your target audience. It should not look like a monotonous that I know that and nothing new in this. You're just learning the theory, so nobody's interested, right? And secondly, it requires vast distribution and easy access to informations in relation to the changes between the teachers taught. So ICT can also provide powerful support for educational growth and innovation. So why we need ICT in higher education? So simple, we have said it is a need of an hour where students cannot only sit at home and go for the classes and finish this study, right? But they have to go for some searching, gain their own understanding, self learning, right? So these are the few important benefit that ICT tool has bring in the Indian education society, right? So, and everyone has to adopt very thoroughly. It was a blessing in disguise from students perspective. So in the pandemic, so it was a blessing in disguise because it was not possible to go at your university and institute. So it made us easy, and possible also to conduct the classes, exams, and provide the results on the spot. So this is possible. That's why it is a new platforms where creativity has played an important role, right? The access to the various courses for the students are very easy. They just have to go to it, create their accounts, go for the enrollment, and get the enrollments, right? So this is possible with the use of ICT tools. You don't have to visit anyone, you don't have to meet anyone, but if you feel that this course is comfortable for me, or it is required for my career development, so just go through it, enroll it, and subscribe it. So that's why it was a very cost friendly, right? Many are agencies or platforms where you are getting multiple courses free of cost, like Google was providing free of cost courses. Even Coursera has also started free of cost providing courses during the pandemics for the universities who have taken their license. Swayam is also providing few courses free of cost. So whosoever is interested, they can enroll in it and be a part of it, right? And for teachers also same thing. Teachers can also enroll for the multiple courses as a part of MOOC courses or any other ICT courses that they are interested, which was provided by the SWAYAM, that is Ministry of Education, and the international body called Coursera. This was the two important platform. We have multiple various other platforms also that we will see in the next slides also. So it was a powerful tool for to disseminate the information about the topics that they want to discuss to their students, right? So passing the information was very fast with the use of ICT tools, and today is a need of hour, right? So what are the modern ICT tools? We have it. So these are the courses which I have already told about. ISWAYAM is a Ministry of Education. Coursera is an international platform. Harvard University is also provided the various courses for business, commerce, administration, liberal arts. So whosoever you are interested, you can go for it and enroll for those courses. Some or other might be available and some or other might not be available in these parameters. But yes, majorly Swayam and Coursera were two platforms where almost all the discipline people were getting their courses, right, in the coming time period, right? So that was a good platform where if you have benefited, it was immense. Then Baiju, so Baiju was an open learning platform, even non-pandemic times also. So Baiju has started this concept online learning, but again, Baiju is facing great trouble right now, right? Because technology has made a significant changes where everybody has turned themselves to be online, and now Baiju has lost his monopoly, is struggling now. Previously, Baiju was so costly and prestigious things, but now in the today's scenario, Baidu is struggling, right? Because everybody has adopted the material somehow or others with the hackings and downloading and everything. So now the monopoly has been destroyed, and many a times people are not enrolling now. But yes, it was a good platform to get the information for all the standards of the schools, primary, secondary, pre-primaries, higher secondary. So these are the tools who has provided a significant role in terms of developing the students' education and to provide the right education to the students in such a difficult time period like called a pandemic. And pandemic brings us that this should be the daily based practices rather than just restricting these practices to the pandemic time period. And that's why today we are on the online faculty refresher program. So that is also made it possible with the use of ICT tools, right? So they are integral part of our today's education system, right? To bring the quality in the teaching learning process. So we cannot avoid at any place of time. So online classroom, you can conduct your online classroom with the use of Zoom software. Classin, this is another software. You have GoToMeeting, so you can also go to it and conduct your classes. You have Microsoft Teams, Google Meet also there. So right now we are on Google Meet. So Google Meet is also one of the platform. Schoolology, right, and Big Blue Button. So these are the various teaching tools which we can utilize for conducting our classes online with the students. So any of the software, if you are going through it, you have to subscribe it if you want to increase your strength. So many university colleges have taken the license versions, right? So that no limitations of using this kind of software if they are going in a professional manner, right? So students was also requiring facilities that they should not miss out the classes. You should enroll all the students during the classrooms. So earlier there was some limitations, like if I'm going with the Google Meet, so with a in a free version, so I have a limitations to enroll 100 people at one Google Meet links. So if I want to create another one, so I have to go to the guest ID. But again, it creates a multiple load on the internet connectivity in the software on the machines also. But if you have a license version where you can enroll 500,000 students at one point of time, so it will not create any chaos and it would be a smooth functioning, right? So these are the various tools that we have used and we are already using it now as a part of integral learning and teaching system, right? And we cannot avoid this particular tools. So if you want to conduct examinations, so what was the various modes of examinations that is available as a part of ICT tools in teaching learning process? So Google Form Quiz is one of the platform. Then you can have the Think exams is another platform. Then we have uh, Plexi Quiz, Testmos.com, Rofos, Quiz Maker, right? So these are the tools. Other common tools like government during the pandemic was running one courses like Diksha, right, which was free of cost on Doordarshan, where the students have been taught the various concept of maths, chapters of maths and English. So students can sit at their home and they can also learn from the stupid box that is called TV, right? So they can sit and learn the without any boundaries. So that is possible with the use of ICT tools. What are the resources for education? So basically you need monitor, projector at your higher education institute for the quality teaching learning process and smoothness of this particular process. So you should have the laptop and you should have the softwares, right? So these are on and all nutshell which is required as a part of ICT resources for the education. Then what are the AI tools which we have it for the teaching? So let's see. Max AI tools. So what does it Max AI tools done? So it provides resources, suggestions for the content that we are trying to find out. Means if I'm finding RBI new policies and regulations, so apart from that, Max AI tools will also give me some suggestions that the content that you are finding out, the another sources which are already linked with the content that you are finding out. So if you want some extra things apart from the things that you are searching for, so you can also refer to the suggested websites, which is on the right hand side of your screen with the Max AI tool. So how to use it? Let's see to it. So if you go to Google Chrome, so Max AI is an extension of Google Chrome. So what you have to see, first of all, I will show you what are the extensions. So you can see this. These are the various extensions that I have it in my laptop, right? So one of them is Max AI tool. So that also I'm using it. So let's see this Max AI tool. So let's see how it is going to be. So let's suppose if I'm asking RBI new policies and regulations, right? So if I'm asking this, which is same as mentioned in the screen. So you can see this, the moment I have typed RBI policy, Max AI has started finding out the related content for me there over here. You can see this is Max AI search. So if I'm not getting the things which is required from here, so the moment you type any topic over here, so Max AI will find out more detailed things about the topic that you are looking for. Let's suppose if I'm looking for RBI new policies and regulations, so if I click on this particular article, so if you can see this, it will bring me to the direct circular for the various rules and regulations. So you can see this. This is table of content for which I have been dragged. So RBI new policy if I need to learn. So these are the entire table of content. So out of this table of content, in whichever topic I want to go for it, it is directly available with me. So if I'm directly going to the Google, first of all, it will be economical article, then it will be RBI website, then it would be some another newspaper website link. Right. So Google makes our work very tedious in today's ICT tool era. But if we have such kind of ICT tools like Max AI, so they directly bring me to the table of content for the things which I was looking for. So now I have entire RBI rules and regulations for the monetary policies which I was looking for. So I don't have to go for any other resources because my search was very clear. RBI policies and regulations. So Max AI has directly bring me various searches for this. Even if I click on this article, it will also bring me to the latest one. You can see this. See this. Any reforms which has been come out afterwards. So this is also available. You can see this. This is entire reforms. But if anything miss out during this and RBI has again come out with the reforms, so it will be reflected over here, right? You can see this. This is July 1, 2011. And here it is dragging me to the specific things which I was looking for, right? So this is what the benefits of it. Even you can see this version 2. This is also for July 2021. So here it is 2011, but this bring me to the latest one, that is 2021, right? So this is possible, making your search more advanced with the use of Max AI tools, which is an extension of Google Chrome, right? So that you can use it for your own searches and to make your content more strong and advanced when you are going for the students presentation, right? So this is one part of it. Then after we have cross check AI tool. So what is cross check AI tool? So anything content which I am finding, and if I want to click on it, and if I want to search more advanced content on this particular topic, so I can go for cross check. Right. So let's suppose if I'm going with this RBI policy, Reserve Bank of India article. Right. So let's see what is going to happen. So this is Reserve Bank of India article. Right. Let's suppose if I want to click over here. Right. If I want to click over here. So you can see this. If I have my cross AI tools, right? I was talking about cross check AI tools. So you can see this color option that I have it. So the moment I select this color option, so I can highlight those content with any of the color which I want. You can see this highlighted color. And if I need to highlight it issues as a part of my title of any of the things, so I can go into this particular Ask AI tool. So I can go into summarize. So Ask AI tool is going to be activated. Right. So Ask AI tool is also going to be activated over here. You can see this Ask AI tools, which is there as a part of extension of the Google Chrome. Right. So again, Ask AI tools is going to be activated. Right. Let's say change the color. So this is a change of color. So Ask AI tool is also going to be activated. Right. So this is Ask AI tool. Let me see why it is not working. Just a minute. Yeah. So color is changing. So Ask AI to explain it. Right. So Ask AI tool will bring us to explain what things we are finding out. So you can see this Ask AI tool is getting activated. Even if you want to find out any literature review for the topic of RBI, so you can also find it over here. Right. So you can see this RBI policies and guidelines. So see this Ask AI tool, how they, drag us to the new page. Right. So this is Skyspace Copilot. Right. Skyspace Copilot, very important. So whenever you are going for any qualitative research work, if you are going for any literature review, so Skyspace Copilot will work like, finding a good content for you. So you can see this, the moment I have type RBI guidelines. So I got a quality journals, right? You can see this Social Science Research Network. I got quality journals who are open access. You can see this symbol, open tala jahan laga hua hai. So these are the open access journals. So I have it. So if I get this article, so I can click on this PDF and it is available in the fingertips. I don't have to find multiple, research paper that whether it is good or not, qualitative or not. So Skyspace Copilot is an extension version of Google Chrome, which try to find out the good articles, good quality papers, good literature review for the topic that you are looking for your study, right? So this is one of them. Now I can download this paper and proceed further. Right, so this is Skyspace Copilot, right? And here you can see this. If you want to track the citation of your article, so you can see this. These are the multiple citation options is also available over here, right? So you can pick up those citation options also as a part of your citation, right? So basically we are preferring APA citation, so you can copy text and you can paste in a Word file also here. So you can paste over here. You can see this. So your citation is done, right? Within a fingertips, your citations are over. Right. So these are the things which is possible with the use of ICT tools and techniques. Or even if you feel that this article is good and I want to save it for further, so you can also save this article in your library also. Right. So you can see this library. So if you click on this article, right, if you click on this article, right, so it will drag you to the, so you can also create your, multiple folders in your library with the name of the folder that you want to track it. Right. Let's suppose RBI policy is my folder name. So let's create it. So I can drag my, literatures at the RBI policies. Right. So whenever I feel that I want to read this article again, right. So this is available in my library. So if I go into my library, so my library will show me that I have, one article of RBI policies and guidelines, right? And even if it is not there, so you can download it and drag it over here as a part of your searches, right? So this is called Copilot. Whenever you want to go for searching of any good literature review, have to give citations, or even if you want to save some articles which you find very useful and you want to, you don't want to download this paper, but you want to save it online. So this is one of the options of Skyspace Copilot, where you can save your article for the future, right? So this is quite possible with the use of artificial intelligence and ICT tools. So this is what we have to say to it, and accordingly we have to behave. Then after, so Skyspace Copilot we have already seen, right? And one more thing which I have to show it to you, that is how to create, even if you go to YouTube, so YouTube also have the option. So if you want to analyze any of the video on YouTube, so if you go to glassdoor.com with an extension of Google Chrome, so it will also give the summary of the video that you are looking for. Right. It will also give the summary of the video that you are looking for, right? So if I'm going with finding out AI tools video, right? If I'm going with AI tools video, right? And if I'm asking, so you can see this, the moment I click on it, so it is going to be activated, Glassdoor transcript and summary, you can see on the screen, right? And if I'll ask them, so they will analyze the videos in a second wise identification, that in this video what is there as a part of analysis. So this is the analysis of the video which has been provided by the sorry, shall I do it again? Okay, so this is minute wise analysis of the video which has been provided by the Glassdoor, right, which is one of the ICT tool, AI based extension for the Google. So that is also, you can go for it, right? So let's see to it how it is going to be. So I have activated this, and now I will click on this transcript and summary. So it will give me minutes nice second wise summary of the things, right? And even if you want to change your language, so you can also change your language. It is Hindi auto generated. So sometimes the options are available, sometimes the options are not available, right? So this is in Hindi, which is auto generated. You can see this every minutes what should be the content that has been covered in this video. So you can see just how they're explaining. So even if you are not able to see the videos of any of the language in the world, right, and if you want to transfer this meaning of video in your own language, that is also possible with the use of ICT tools and techniques. So this is the important tools where the learnings is not going to be barrier. Anything and everything you can convert in your own language, in your own understanding, and you can have, without any hesitation, without any hurdles, learning and teaching process. So this is possible with the use of ICT tools and techniques. So this is what I need to summarize to all of you, right? So if you have any questions out of this particular discussion, so you are free to ask me. The stage is open for all.